RoadflyTV.com, the internet's best resource for buyers, sellers, and owners like you.
Hi, I'm Ross Rappaport with RoadflyTV.com. Thanks for watching this episode of RoadflyTV. Korean offerings have been generating a ton of buzz in the automotive industry lately, with this car near the top of the list. It's the Kia Optima, a mid-size front-wheel drive family sedan aimed at the edgier, racier offerings in that segment. The Optima is mechanically similar to the Sonata by parent company Hyundai, but it's much more muscular and edgy, and that goes for the entire face of Kia's lineup. It makes sense when you consider that their design chief was the design chief at the Volkswagen Audi group prior to heading east. This car has a long list of great features, like the panoramic sunroof, which is impressive and logical, only takes you about 5 seconds to figure out, max. Or the climate-controlled glove box. On paper, features-wise, this car just kicks the crap out of the Nissan Altima and Honda Accord. But in person, in the flesh, its mix of down market and up market doesn't quite add up. For example, this door design is incredibly well executed and well proportioned. In fact, it reminds me of a door skin from a BMW in the late 90s in their sort of golden age of styling. It's clear that the designers paid special attention to it, and it's practical to boot, with a solid handle right here where you can put stuff and a useful cup holder down here. It's so nice and so well executed that it really exaggerates the cheapness of the steering wheel. It is leather wrapped, but I had to check, and I honestly think that Kia needs to get itself a new steering wheel design because this is not doing its image any favors. Otherwise, the car's interior is a mixed bag of impressive luxury car imitation, dotted with a few holders from the unpolished roots of the Hyundai-Kia conglomerate. The center console is elegant looking as well, featuring more of the sparkly wood-looking stuff from the doors. The armrest here is very nice and very deep, and it has 2 levels, but there's no 12-volt or iPod Connect in there. That's actually over here. There's 2 12 volts and the iPod connection right next to each other, and there's only spot for basically an iPod. So it gets really cluttered in here, and this is decidedly not elegant. That impression's backed up on the road as well, with a claimed 200 horsepower at 6,300 RPM and 186 pound-feet of torque at 4,250. This car should move its 3,300 pound mass around a little better. But it feels slow in anything short of a full-on sprint from a dead stop, and takes more than 9 seconds to reach 60 miles an hour. For comparison, the last car I drove from one of the Japanese Big 3 that had the same size 4-cylinder, which is 2.4, and the same power output, got to 60 a whole half-second quicker despite weighing almost 400 pounds more. And as Bill O'Reilly likes to say, you can't explain that. Having said that, this car does return excellent fuel economy figures at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 34 on the highway. So, while this car may be a lot of things, it isn't exactly fun. And the reason that Nissan sells so many Altimas, for example, is that they're fun to drive even in 4-cylinder trim. And to be honest, once you really option this car up, it really isn't all that much cheaper. This EX starts at around $22,500, and the 2 packages that bring you items like the nav, sunroof, heated and cooled seats, and heated steering wheel, as well as the Infinity audio system, bring the total to around $27,500, including destination. It can be difficult, when comparison shopping, to keep equipment levels completely equalized. So, just for the sake of argument and convenience, let's go straight to the top of each respective model range. The Kia Optima SX Turbo, which is the top-of-the-line, fully loaded Optima, undercuts a comparably equipped Accord V6 by only about $2,000. Percentage-wise, that's not a lot. It's less than 10 points. Given that small difference, and given that Kia has little experience in cranking out cars that are this good, I'm going to go ahead and just wait a couple of years before sticking a fork in the Accord, or the Nissan Altima, or the Ford Fusion, or whatever else this car is aimed at. Having said that, if your priority is to get the longest features list for the smallest price, you really ought to give this car a look. Not to mention, Kia's warranties are among the best in the business. You can find more pictures of this car and a downloadable window sticker at RoadflyTV.com. Please comment on this video, subscribe to our channel, or even find me on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you.
RoadflyTV.com, the internet's best resource for buyers, sellers, and owners like you.